Hi guys, welcome. Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer, and today I have my magic wand. Every good witch should have a magic wand. Nah, you don't really need one. I just think that this is really cool. It's got a clear quartz crystal there at the end, and it's got a pentacle on it. I've had this thing forever. Well, I wanted to talk a little bit today about the planet Saturn. Saturn gets a bad rap because Saturn is like the father of the zodiac. Dylan wants to say hi. So Saturn sometimes comes in and teaches us lessons. And if we don't learn the lesson the first time, it usually comes back twice as difficult the second time. So let's just say, for example, I don't know, you got fired for stealing when you were in high school. You don't learn your lesson, and then you get another job and you continue to steal, and now it's a bigger offense. So instead of it saying being a petty crime, now it's what's the big one? Felony? Yeah, it's a felony. So that's what Saturn does. If you don't learn your lesson the first time, he will give it to you again, and he will make sure that you learn it. So on the flip side of that, he's a very stabilizing energy. So say, for example, you take a job as a temp. You're a temp and you really like the job, and now all of a sudden you have the Saturn transit, and hey, maybe you get a permanent position with the company. So Saturn can do that too. He can take a relationship that's not very stable and make it into something very stable. Maybe you were seeing somebody off and on for a couple of years and it never really transpired into a full-blown relationship. Now you run into this person, you have a Saturn transit, and bam, all of a sudden you're in a situation where you're married. Saturn can do that. So there's good and bad in every planet, in every zodiac sign, in every aspect. There's always good and bad. So if we can take the not so great aspects of the planet or of the sign and make them really, really work for us, then we'll be better off. Like, for example, I use Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising, and Gemini tend to get like a really bad rap for being very flaky and kind of two-faced and maybe a little bit bipolar. And I can definitely see that. That's totally true. But on the other hand, they can also be very, very flexible. So if your Gemini friend says, hey, I want to go out for Mexican food tonight, and you're like, okay, and then you're like, but you know what, I really want Chinese, they may be like, oh, okay, well, we'll have Chinese. Where your Capricorn friend might feel a little bit more like, you said we were going for Mexican, we're going for Mexican, we're not going for Chinese. So there's good and bad to everything. Being very mutable, a mutable sign, which is like Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, you know, there's a lot of flexibility there, but sometimes they're not real great at making decisions. And sometimes people may find it frustrating that they don't always have such a solid opinion. Like they may be like, and I've been guilty of this, oh, I don't care, whatever. All right, well, we'll just do whatever. Yeah, that's fine. And like the person that I'm like hanging out with is like, well, can you just tell me what you want? Can you just make the decision? And I would be like, well, I really just don't care. And sometimes people find that to be frustrating. So if you feel, and I'm addressing Saturn because Saturn will be changing signs, moving from Sagittarius into Capricorn. So Capricorn people may be like holding their breath. It's nothing to hold your breath about. This can be a very good thing for you. And don't forget, Saturn rules Capricorn. So Saturn functions very well in Capricorn. Saturn doesn't function so great in like Sagittarius or Aquarius, two signs that need a lot of freedom, that want to be outside the box, that want to be explosive and spontaneous. Saturn doesn't do well there. So we should all feel a little bit of relief once Saturn moves into Capricorn, because it's going to bring us all down. It's going to be grounding, and it's going to function well. Greater for all of us, not just for, giving the Sagittarians relief now that it's going to be moving out of the sign. So I feel good about Saturn moving into a Capricorn. And if you like what we're doing here at the Magic Junk Drawer, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't ever miss an episode. And if you like my hat, it's available on Etsy. And if you don't get this one, I'm going to be making more just like it. This one's got the clear crystal quartz at the top. It's more of like a beret style, but it's the chakra hat. $25 on our Etsy store. So take a look there if you're interested. All right, guys. I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.